An important day for some older Lubbock residents will soon be a lot more colorful thanks to the efforts of Red Raiders and one campus group. Coming up, MCTV's Elisabeth Herring has the details on a spring-themed event that encouraged students to use creativity to help spread joy in the Hub City.
A potential new entertainment attraction here in the Hub City appears to no longer be in the works, but now questions are being asked if the original announcement ever even held water. We'll have the latest details on Aqua Cabana Water Park.
Also, the Texas Tech baseball team was back in action last night as they started off a road trip that will continue into early next week. We'll have the highlights and final score from the Red Raiders' first stop in Abilene.
And with the end of the semester only a few weeks away, several university teams are headed to final competitions with hopes of ending the school year on a high note. MCTV's Marisa Sisk has a look on how one spirited group of Red Raiders showed off their skills in front of the home crowd in preparation for their biggest showdown of the year.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Thursday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Peter Richardson.
And I'm Macy Ranzer. Texas Tech University plays a significant role in the Lubbock area in almost too many ways to count.
But one of the most important contributions to the Hub City is the Red Raider community's continuous efforts to give back to the community. Yesterday morning, MCTV's Elisabeth Herring took a short trip across campus to find out how students could volunteer their time to help brighten an important day for some local residents.
Well, today SAB is hosting a fitting event for spring. They are hosting April showers, brings May flowers in the sub courtyard. Today's event was a simple way for students to serve their community and take part in a craft while they enjoyed a Chick-fil-A meal, grabbed a coffee from Starbucks, or were in limbo between classes.
Today we're here with the Student Activities Board doing paper mache flowers that we're going to send off to the Senior Living Center, and we're hoping to give the women there flowers for Mother's Day.
Using wrapping paper, tape, and pipe cleaners, students can make colorful flowers for the residents of the Sherrick Living Center for the upcoming Mother's Day.
I hope the students can wind down a little today, doing a little craft. I know that it's really busy right now with midterms and finals coming up, so just taking time out of your day to do a slower craft can really ease the stress that you can have going on during this time.
Throughout the semester, SAB has hosted free events around campus for students. SAB still has several events left on the calendar for this semester, including two of their biggest events of the year.
So next week we're partnering with the Children's Home and we're doing some paint work there. And then we have Red Raider Showcase coming up next week as well. And then on April 26th we have Arbor Day, which is our big event for Texas Tech planting.
For a full list of Student Activities Board's events, visit sab.ttu.edu. For MCTV, I'm Elisabeth Herring.
Yesterday's Student Activities Board service activity wasn't the only way students could help out the local community in the sub. After making a paper flower, students could continue down the hall to the Red Raider Lounge and give the gift of life. The Battle of the Halls blood drive started on Monday and is continuing through the end of the week. The annual blood drive is a chance for students to stop by, get a free t-shirt, and participate in some friendly competition. The yearly event gives campus residents the chance to donate on behalf of their dorm to see who can give the most blood. The winner of the Battle of the Halls blood drive will then be announced on social media at the conclusion of the drive. Tomorrow is the final day of this year's drive, and students can stop by between 10:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. to participate. Even if you don't live on campus, you can still give blood before the drive ends. Walk-ins are welcome, but if you'd like to make an appointment, visit donors.vitalent.org.
Lubbock residents who are looking forward to a new water-based attraction here in the Hub City are feeling a bit deflated after some confusing communication and an apparent end to the project. Last year, a new Facebook page was created promoting Aqua Cabana Water Park, a potential new attraction to be built in far west Lubbock. The page included posts promoting the park and announcing that the location will be near the intersection of 19th Street and FM 179. The last post currently visible on the page is from February of last year, but yesterday, a new post appeared and was soon removed regarding the future of the project. The now deleted post states that the city of Lubbock and specifically the city manager were, quote, difficult to deal with and get permits. The Post goes on to say that the developers are now pursuing a site closer to the Midland-Odessa area and encourages Lubbock residents to reach out to the city council if they are disappointed in the change of plans. Although the post was removed, screenshots have been circulated through social media, leading to a response directly from the city of Lubbock. In a news release earlier today, the city says that they had not been contacted by anyone from the Aqua Cabana Water Park prior to yesterday's post. The release goes on to state that neither the developer or anyone from the water park had, quote, submitted any plans to the city, requested a site plan with city staff, or requested any permits pertaining to the construction of a potential water park. Although the response is confusing, the city's release appears to confirm that a new water attraction will not be opening in Lubbock anytime soon. Aqua Cabana Water Park would have been the second water park inside the city limits. Water Rampage is Lubbock's only water park located just west of Milwaukee Avenue off the Marshall Sharp Freeway. Water Rampage has been in operation for more than 35 years, and the facility is scheduled to open for this year's season on May 25th.
The South Plains area received some significant rain earlier this week as a storm system moved through the area.
The rain, along with some cool conditions, made it feel a lot more like fall than spring here on the Tech campus. But will spring weather stick around as we head into the weekend? MCTV's weather specialist Elisabeth Herring joins us now with a look at the upcoming forecast. Elizabeth.
Thanks, Peter. Yeah, on Tuesday we had quite the cool down. We didn't even get out of the 50s on that day, and we saw rain all throughout the day. Luckily, that did leave by Tuesday afternoon, but it definitely made a significant impact on the South Plains area. Most of the South Plains seeing about a ½ inch of rain here locally in Lubbock. We saw about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain. Up in Tula, Silverton, Dimmitt, they saw up to 4, 5, 6, 7 inches of rain, and rain is always welcomed here on the South Plains. Like I said, that did move out by Tuesday evening, and we were left with clear skies yesterday as well as the remainder for today, and it doesn't look like right now we have any rain forecasted for the rest of this week or this weekend. However, Monday afternoon we do have some wind coming into the area, gusts up to 40-50 miles per hour in the South Plains area. That's going to stick around for a little bit, and then by Tuesday evening move out of the area. But once again, wind does tend to stick around here for quite a while, so I suspect that it will be right back with us on Wednesday. As we look at our lows tonight, everyone in the 40s except for Snyder, low of 52, up in Turkey, 46, Matador 47, Dimmitt 41, Plainview 42, and Morton 44, and we should see beautiful clear skies tonight. Tomorrow, warming up once again with highs in the 80s across the South Plains. Snyder 85, Turkey, Matador 82, up in Dimmitt right at 80, Plainview 79, Morton 82, and we should see mostly sunny skies tomorrow as well. Tonight here locally in Lubbock, low of 47 degrees. Tomorrow, another warm one with a high of 83 and partly cloudy skies. As we look into the rest of our weekend, staying in the upper 80s, Saturday, high of 87 with sunny skies. Sunday, high of 88 with mostly sunny skies. Starting next week off breezy and warm once again. High of 87 on Monday. Tuesday, high of 82. Wednesday, topping out our high at 90 degrees. Thursday, high of 80 with mostly sunny skies. Now, something to keep in mind as we move on throughout our spring with these high temperatures and winds in the South Plains area, fire danger is definitely still prevalent. I'm Elizabeth, and Macy and Peter, it's back to y'all.
Thanks, Elizabeth. This week's wet weather affected several events on the campus calendar, including the originally scheduled midweek matchup for Texas Tech baseball. The team originally planned to head south for their second showdown with Abilene Christian on Tuesday, but weather canceled that game before it even started. Instead, the Red Raiders and Wildcats met up last night at Crutcher Scott Field for a 6:05 first pitch. Going into the game, the Red Raiders probably didn't expect to make history, but that's exactly what happened. Tech's bats were hot from the very first man up, with 5 players combining for a program record 9 home runs in a single game. Junior Gavin Cash started the historic night with a home run in the first at-bat of the game. From there, junior Cade McGee, sophomore Tracer Lopez, freshman TJ Pompey, and senior Drew Woodcox all knocked it out of the park, with Cash, Woodcox, McGee, and Pompey hitting 2 home runs apiece. The final home run was hit by Drew Woodcox in the top of the 6th, bringing in 2 and essentially ending the game. The Wildcats would go up to bat in bottom of the 6th, but ACU was held scoreless for the 3rd inning in a row. After that, the game was called via the mercy rule, and the Red Raiders officially came out on top with a final score of 21-3. Along with Tech's historic outing, yesterday's weather-delayed game against ACU also marked the 2nd year in a row that the Red Raiders and Wildcats had to reschedule due to thunderstorms. But hopefully the weather won't be a factor as Tech continues a 6-game road trip with their next Big 12 series in Fort Worth. The Red Raiders meet up with the TCU Horned Frogs for Game 1 on Friday at 6:30 p.m. TCU is currently sitting a game out from last place in the Big 12, and Tech hopes to rack up another series win and improve their conference record.
Texas Tech softball was once again out of action this week after wrapping up a conference series on the weekend. Their latest matchup against number 21 ranked Baylor ended in another series lost. But on Friday, Tech stole one from the Bears. The Red Raiders wrapped up Friday evening's game with a 4-3 win, which also their first victory over a ranked opponent this season. Tech won't be taking on another ranked team this weekend, but they will be facing a tough Kansas squad who is coming off a sweep of Iowa State. The Red Raiders and Jayhawks will start Game 1 at Rocky Johnson Field on Friday at 6 p.m., followed by a 4 p.m. first pitch on Saturday, and a noon start for the finale on Sunday. If you're not planning to head out and cheer on the team in person, you can catch all the action on ESPN+.
The nationally ranked Texas Tech track and field teams are headed all over the country starting today as both the men's and women's outdoor teams continue their hopes toward another national championship before the end of the season. On Tuesday, the latest U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association rankings were announced, and both Texas Tech teams made the top 10. The women's team jumped up 5 spots this week to number 5, and the men's team made 1 move up to number 7. Both teams have continued to make headlines after the men's indoor team won the national championship earlier this year. This weekend, members of the team will spread out from coast to coast with meets in California, Oklahoma, and Florida. The first of this week's 3 meets started today in Azusa, California, and the weekend wraps up Sunday in Norman, Oklahoma. The team is split into 3 groups, and all are hoping to bring home medals from another round of competition. For more information on all of this weekend's meets, along with the links to check out the latest results, visit texastech.com or follow TTU Track and Field on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Another set of Texas Tech athletes are currently in action as they hope to bring home another national trophy and establish themselves as one of the top collegiate spirit groups in the country.
MCTV's Marisa Sisk stopped by a recent exhibition here on campus to find out more.
On Saturday, March 30th, the Texas Tech Cheer Squad held their annual NCAA showcase here at the United Supermarkets Arena, where they performed 2.5-minute routines in preparation for the big competition. The event included performances by Tech's small and large co-ed teams along with Raider Red. Team member Mitch Brockman said the athletes have been preparing for the upcoming competition all year.
It really just comes together over time. It's a long process, and you don't really see the progression until we get to around this point. But once you start to feel it, like it naturally just clicks, and then everything just kind of pieces together right near the end of the season.
Madison Brum is a member of the large co-ed team and will also be competing in partner stunt at nationals. Brum says that the preparation was hard work, but she hopes it pays off.
We have a lot of training in the whole beginning of the semester, and then when second semester comes, we'll train 3 to 5 times a week, running 2 full outs at 6 o'clock in the morning, extra practices sometimes later in the day.
Texas Tech competes at the NCAA National Championships every year, and the team won in large co-ed division in 2017 and 2019. Bruce Bills, the head coach of Texas Tech Cheer, led the squad to both national championships and believes that this year's squads are fully prepared to hit the mat.
Overall, the progression, both teams are ready. They have worked together. This is a good unit that support each other, and so that means a lot to me as well. So I think this one, it's been a fun year. They put in a lot of hard work, so I'm ready to see their work pay off.
Brockman will be competing with Tech Cheer for the last time this week. He says that he has enjoyed working with his teammates during his final season as a Red Raider.
I just am, insanely proud of the people I've gotten to work with this year. I mean, with it being my last year as a senior, it's just been really well-rounded as a way to close out the chapter of being a cheerleader here at Tech, and I'm just really happy that I get to go out with this team this year.
For MCTV, I'm Marisa Sisk.
Tech Cheer is currently in Daytona Beach, Florida for this year's Collegiate National Cheer and Dance Association Championship. Both the small and large co-ed teams, along with Raider Red, will perform tomorrow and Saturday with a chance to once again bring home a national championship. To check out this year's schedule and to view the latest results, visit varsity.com.
So Peter, do you think the Tech Spirit squad will be able to bring home another round of trophies this year?
You know what? I think they will, man. They seem to have a good senior class. They say they wake up at 6 o'clock, get 2 miles in. You got to be in shape to win. I think they'll be excited to bring that national championship back to the 806.
Yeah, they're very dedicated, and I'm confident in them. And that's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us. And be sure to check out ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you next week.